Hey gang, happy Sunday morning, early afternoon. Let's see, what time is it? It is 10:45, 46, 55 degrees. I think it's gonna rain, maybe some thunderstorms today. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Had a little family barbecue for my daughter's birthday yesterday, which is pretty cool. Got to hang out with my dad, my brother, and my brother-in-law, which I don't get to hang out with them. You know, we don't get to hang out together as much as we'd all like, but, you know, evidently I got to clean up the garage. We sat out here for a while and discussed stuff. Man, kids are wound up still. I think they had too much birthday cake last night. But anyway, my back's killing me today, so I don't think I'm going to be crawling underneath this thing to do any scraping or anything like that. So I think I'm going to sit in the cab and do a little more thinking on where I want to put my my fuse blocks at. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to need both of them. So I gotta figure out my circuits. I got most of them written down in my book, but I think I'm gonna tinker on that a little bit today before I go to work. But hope you guys are all having a good weekend. Sunday. Something else I was gonna say, but I can't remember. Maybe I'll remember here in a little bit. I guess this is kind of a pointless video, just jabbering, but so anyway, they're gonna crawl in here and tinker around, see what I can figure out how to put those, where to put those fuse boxes. After a little more thought, I may be able to stick them back up in there real high if I weld a couple brackets on the firewall, because I don't want any bolt holes after I just spent however much time I spent filling holes. I don't want to put holes back in it. But all right, guys, we'll see. All right, a little more figuring, and look at, you know, this is helpful. Internet can be a pretty cool thing, man. I found a wiring diagram for the truck, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'd already started to draw out my own, but this is going to be a big help. Anyway, what I'm thinking is, this is my glove box hole. I got plenty of room in there, and I think I said before, my goal is to hide all the wires. So I'm kind of thinking what I can do is get a piece of sheet metal, and the glove box liner, they're like 30 bucks for the, it's like that fiberboard liner. I can get a piece of sheet metal for less than 30 bucks and make a nice glove box, and then take this and it can mount in the back of it, and then I can make a little cover for it. But then all my wires can go up here, the ones that got to go over there to the look at the shadow. Wires could go over there to that side for my gauges, all my switches. The wires that have got to go down to the chassis can go inside the kick panel here, because it's open. Let me get a little light here. It's open up here. That doesn't get closed in. The kick panel down here will get closed in, but all my wires can go up through here, down here, and then exit underneath the cab. And then go up to the engine compartment, or back to the back if I need to. And then over there on the driver's side, it's the same situation. From all my headlight, parking lights, turn signals, brake lights, all of that stuff can go out that side, and then I can take them down underneath the cab, and more than likely they'll go inside the frame rail, covered up nice. I think that may be my best course of action, but just like anything else on this project, I may change my mind a half a dozen more times. I know my original plan was to put it in the glove box, But I think that's gonna work. My original, one of my other plans was underneath the seat, but I just don't think that's gonna work as nice. There will be wiring underneath the seat. That's where I'm gonna plug in my switch box for my airbags. So that'll go underneath there, but I'll mount it to this thing right here. This is nice and solid, and then I'll be able to plug my switch box right underneath here. But I can bring those wires up wherever I want to bring them up, with a nice grommet in the floorboard. So I think that's the plan. I don't have any steel, so I'm gonna have to go pick some of that up, because I can't even think of anything that I can cut apart to harvest the steel. So I'm gonna go take care of that this week some point in time. But I think I might mock something up with some cardboard here today, figure out how deep I can make it. The only thing that's going to be behind here is my windshield wiper motor and arms, because I'm keeping windshield wipers on it, and but they're quite a ways back there, so I'll still have plenty of room. And I think that might be my best course of action, because I might be able to bring the wires out the top of it and over to here. And yeah, I think that might work. But alright guys, I'm going to see if I got some cardboard around here to cut up and try and make a little box. So, I'll see you guys later. You guys remember The Far Side? Turn the radio down here. Whoops. One of the stations we have plays 4 hours of 80s music on Sundays. And, you know, who doesn't like 80s music? Alright, here we go. Got us a template made out of you know, a beer box. Good cardboard. Actually kind of holds its shape a little bit, you know, not the best, but it holds its shape if you bend it. But I think that's gonna work. I still have about 5 inches of space between the face of the glove box cover or lid or door, whatever you call it, and the fuse boxes, so I can come up with I still might cover those, just you know, I don't plan on having anything in here but my registration and my insurance card. But you guys know how glove boxes get. You never know what you might end up throwing in there at some point in time. So I think this is gonna work. This may be the final plan. I can't figure out where to put this light so I can show it. Hang it in here. I guess that works. Those are the power lugs on top. This big one's gonna be switched. Little one's gonna be constant, because I need a little bit of both. So those will actually be swapped, I think, because the battery's right underneath my foot here. I can bring the power lug in through here, and I'll put a fuse on it too, so it can come through the side there. The wires will be able to go out both sides, or I can use some 90-degree terminals and take them up through the top, which might be a good idea. So we'll see, but I think I'm gonna go with this. I think it's gonna work. So a little later on this week we'll go get some metal and bend that up using my my fancy ghetto bed frame sheet metal brake, but make some sides and weld those up. I think I'm gonna put like caps on them, bend the sides of the sides over, and then plug weld those around instead of making a filler piece. I think that might work out a little better in this particular thing. So anyway, hope you guys have a good Sunday night, good Monday morning. Hope your week starts off good. Thanks for anybody that's commented, and subscribers, and thumbs up, thumbs down. I appreciate them all. Gonna have some lunch here and tinker on this a little bit more, and then get ready to go to work tonight. Fun. But you know, thankful to have a career, so I'm not too upset about it. Just sometimes I don't feel like going to work on Sunday nights. But anyway, yeah, you can make a template out of out of a beer box. Let's see, I used a beer box, utility knife, duct tape, Sharpie. I used this as a straight edge to make my bends. Tape measure, of course, and you know, most important, some coffee. That's about it, guys. All right, well, I'm gonna tinker on this, fine tune this a little bit more, so I figure out how much metal I need, and we'll talk to y'all later. Take it easy, be good.